everybody, Jamie here from Starter Riot and welcome to our Slam Dunk Festival preview. Now this is a bit of a strange one in wake of the horrible events that happened here in Manchester on Monday night. Our thoughts obviously go out to the victims of this terrible tragedy and their families who are grieving and suffering. Incidents like this are horrible wherever they happen in the world, but when it happens in your hometown, right around the corner from your house and friends and family are caught up in it as well, it really does hit that much harder. Having said that, I think if we let these things ruin future events, then the only people who win are the people that are trying to enforce their ways of life on other people through violence, and that we just can't let that happen. So this weekend, stay safe, be vigilant, look after each other, but most importantly, have a great time. I'm going to go through this from the start of the day to the end. I'm basically going to say who I'm going to go see, which is who I think you should go and see as well. I'll also talk about clashes where they come up, because even in some cases, I can't decide who I'm going to go see. And I'm not going to talk about every single band, because I just don't care. So if I don't include your favourite band, then just shout at me in the comments. Without further ado, there really is only one band to go see first, and that is Puppy on the Signature Brew stage at 1:20. First band on at the whole festival, but that is by no means an indicator of their quality. The three-piece metal band have recently supported Creeper and CKY on their headline tours, and they've been nominated for Best New Band at the Metal Hammer Golden Gods Awards. Their slow melodic brand of metal is catchy as hell and will definitely inspire a headbang or two first thing in the early afternoon. If you're old school like me, have got the stamina to run from the Signature Brew stage to the Fireball stage, then I heartily recommend trying to check out the last few songs of Phoenix CX, just in the hope that they'll play their 2001 hit Threesome last. Probably will. It seems like Slam Dunk earlier in the day couldn't separate a lot of bands, so they just put them all on at the same time. And thus we come to the horrific four-band clash. First up, Sorority Noise on the Signature Brew stage at 2:15. Their second album, You're Not As Blank As You Think, came out earlier this year on Triple Crown Records and Big Scary Monsters, and it is incredible. It's their first time over here since that album came out, and they'll be playing material from it. Really looking forward to seeing these. Starting 10 minutes later on the Rock Sound breakout stage are Casey. Their fantastic album Love Is Not Enough came out on Hassle Records late last year, and their brand of melodic hardcore has brought in a lot of fans, touring with Thy Art Is Murder, Being As an Ocean and Capsize, to name a few. If you're into that kind of thing, you definitely don't need me to tell you that they're one of the hottest prospects in that genre. They'll definitely have a legion of their fans at that stage at that time, so despite the clashes, I don't think they'll be short of people in that crowd. And then 5 minutes after that on the Key Club stage, A Decade, their wonderful second album Pleasantries came out earlier this year on Rude Records. Another of the UK's best young bands, their blend of pop punk and pop rock is taken to that next level by vocalist Alex Sear's beautiful voice. And then 5 minutes after them on the Monster stage are Trophy Eyes. The Australian band's debut album Chemical Miracle came out late last year on Hopeless Records, was one of our albums of the year. We included it in our albums of the year list. Their boss mix of pop punk, hardcore and emo makes them stand out even on a great roster like Hopeless Records and a great festival like Slam Dunk. All these four bands are on at the same time. They all overlap. Basically, Sorority Noise start at 2:15 and Trophy Eyes end at 3:10. So there is a bit of overlap. They all have a half-hour set, but you're gonna miss someone. You just are. No prizes for guessing who I'm going to go see next. Milk Teeth on at 3:10 at the Signature Brew stage promises to be one of the best sets of the weekend. One of the UK's genuine future stars, they're following up their debut album Vile Child, which came out last year on Hopeless Records, with a new EP called Be Nice, which will be out later this year on Roadrunner Records. Fresh off the main support slot of Creeper's European headline tour, this is another chance to see that new material live, and boy is it good. If you can run over to the Key Club stage after Milk Teeth set, you'll be able to catch the end of Black Foxes, one of the UK's more underrated bands at the minute. They've definitely got that Manchester orchestra style soft and heavy contrast within songs and their album I'm Not Well, which came out late last year. They're fresh off a huge tour supporting You Me at 6, so this should be a walk in the park for them. Another difficult clash here, Crime in Stereo on at 4:05 at the Signature Brew stage and Boston Manor on 4:20 at the Key Club stage. Crime in Stereo haven't been to the UK since 2010, since they last played Slam Dunk Festival, but Boston Manor's debut album Be Nothing, which came out late last year, was one of the albums of 2016. And this will be your last chance to see them before they hit up Warped Tour in the US all summer long. Having said that, I wouldn't pass up the opportunity to see Crime in Stereo while they're here. The seminal post-hardcore Long Island band really are fantastic, but I wouldn't rule out running over to the Key Club stage for a few stage dives at the end of Boston Manor's set as well. This is where things get a bit simpler and the clashes are much easier to navigate depending on your music taste. For me, there really is one place to be in the next 2 hours, and that is the Signature Brew stage for Turnover and Citizen. Two incredible sets back to back. These guys have toured together both in the UK and the US, so if you didn't catch them, this is another chance to see that. The best 1-2 punch at Slam Dunk this weekend. You get to chill the fuck down for Turnover and then get the fuck up for Citizen. It really is incredible. They're also doing a special one-off show at the Camden Underworld on Tuesday, which I'm going to. Sick! Now this might seem a bit out of the blue considering what I've recommended so far, but honestly, Real Big Fish's set at 6:55 on the Fireball stage will be one of the highlights of the weekend, I guarantee you. There's a reason that they still get booked for festivals on the strength of their early hits. Even if you only know Beer or Cellar or their cover of Our Hearts Take On Me, this really will be such a great live show. They always are so much fun live. If you only venture to the Fireball stage once in the day, then I do recommend it be this one. Now at this point in the night last year, I was too drunk to basically care who I was seeing, so I'm just going to list a few bands and you can make your own choices. The Bronx are on at 8:25 at the Signature Brew stage. The legendary Hardcore Punks are back here following their raucous headline Thursday set at 2016's 2000 Trees. I was present for that, but I don't remember it. The blurry footage on my phone told me that it will be an intense affair and vocalist Matt Cawthron will probably be in the crowd more than he will be on stage. The Movie Life are on at the Monster stage at 8:20. The legendary Long Island emo / pop punk band were contemporaries of Brand New, Taking Back Sunday and Bayside. Since they reformed in 2014, they toured over here last year with Pup, but now they return to sub-headline the pop punk stage at Slam Dunk. They've got new material on the way this year as well, so this will be a really special set of old and new. Or another option, if you really got up for that Real Big Fish set, then maybe check out Less Than Jake after them on the Fireball stage. Same rules apply really, even if you only know the hits like Gainesville, Rock City and All My Best Friends Are Metalheads, they're still one of the best live bands around. People look down on ska, and I can totally appreciate that. But it is a lot of fun live. And if you're drunk enough to skank and get into it, then it really is a great atmosphere, super fun. And for me, there really is only one choice to go see late in the day. Taking me back 10 years to my youth, the band that introduced electro to mainstream rock and smashed the charts with their debut album, Take to the Skies. Enter Shikari playing that album in full. This really is genuinely exciting. People have been pumped since it got announced in November, and for good reason. It's way more than just a one-song album. Songs like Johnny Sniper, Anything Can Happen in the Next Half Hour, and OK Time for Plan B really were hits, but Sorry You're Not a Winner is definitely the standout track, even if you only go just for the hand claps. It'll be so worth it. They really did bring a fresh sound to mainstream rock, and the charts agreed. They went in number 4 in the UK album charts, which is a feat made even more impressive by the fact they did it with no label help. They released it themselves. Shikari always put on an incredible live show. The production on this, the light show, will be fantastic. It promises to be a truly special closing act, and they really do deserve to headline Slam Dunk Festival this year. Woo! I'm exhausted just thinking about how awesome this weekend's going to be, but I really am very excited. This is going to be sick. Slam Dunk is always one of the best days in the UK music calendar, and I'm super pumped. I'll be in North and South this weekend, so if you see me, do say hi. I may be drunk, so I apologise in advance. Like I said, if I haven't mentioned your favourite band, then just shout me in the comments below. Have a great weekend, guys. Stay safe, look after each other, and I'll see you in the pit.